In October 1949, the city of Angels was buzzing about the strange disappearance of 26-year-old actress Jean Spangler. When the initial search came up empty, police turned their attention to one of the few pieces of hard evidence they had, a cryptic note written by Jean Spangler herself.
Like I say, her personal life was her life, and she was just very flamboyant and come in and happy all the time.
A very close girlfriend of hers told the police that Jean told them that she was pregnant. She knew who by, but she'd never tell anybody.
The note read, "Kirk, can't wait any longer, going to see Dr. Scott. It will work best this way while Mother is away."
Based on the information given them, investigators figured that Dr. Scott was an abortionist.
Now, you've got to remember at that time abortion was illegal. If they used coat hangers or crude tools, there was a very strong possibility that that person could lose their life within a matter of minutes.
Now, an abortionist who had botched an operation, obviously he would have motive to get rid of her because he didn't want to be found out. But why would he throw away her purse, thereby causing police to assume a crime had been committed?
Yeah, especially a purse with an incriminating note inside.
It's possible that this individual panicked. People do a lot of strange things in the heat of the moment.
Apparently there was several Dr. Scotts in the area. There was a Dr. Scott that was supposedly an abortionist that was operating the Sunset Strip at the time. He was never found, and it was a dead end.
The detectives switched their focus to the only other name in the note, Kirk.
The first thing that popped to my mind and several other policemen was probably and possibly Kirk Douglas. It could have been Kirk anybody, but there wasn't a second name on the note, and so it was practically impossible to know who they might have been referring to.
So was Kirk Douglas a suspect?
He called the police the next day and said, "Yes, I remember her. I never dated her. I did say hello to her. I did speak to her a couple of times on the set, and that's all."
That was very strange. With all the Kirks that are out there, I was amazed that he called in before the detectives had a chance to contact him.
Douglas's alibi that he was getting over the flu in Palm Springs passed the police test.
I think she had the abortion in Mexico. I think she died during the abortion or immediately afterwards. I don't know.
Here's a curveball for you. Turns out Jean wasn't the only person to vanish from Los Angeles that night. Two of her mobster friends, Davey Ogle and Frank Nicoli, also turned up missing. Presumably, they went for a swim with the fishes. Coincidence?
Davey Ogle, who was a henchman for Mickey Cohen, and Frank Nicola, they disappeared right around the same time that she did. They were scheduled to testify on conspiracy charges against Mickey Cohen.
They'd probably skipped town or were killed by a rival mob, or that Cohen had them killed because they might testify against him.
Jane Spangler had some or many ties with the mob. The mob got involved. They had received a call to get rid of her and her body. That was their strong suit, to remove whatever person might have come up for a hit. In other words, kill them.
I was not aware that the mob would go around killing girls as such. They might beat them up once in a while, but I don't know them killing anybody.
As the notoriety of the Jean Spangler case grew, so did a number of alleged Jean Spangler sightings. Police theorized that maybe Jean left town to have her baby and would resurface when it was born.
They sent detectives down to Palm Springs. They sent them all over the Southwest looking for Nicoli, Ogle, or Jean Spangler. She kept showing up everywhere. She showed up in Las Vegas, in Palm Springs, in Mexico, down south in San Diego. But none of them ever panned out. No leads ever panned out.
This story has more dead ends than Laurel Canyon, but there's one very interesting piece of information left to reveal. Straight ahead, two other Spangler family members go MIA, and Jean's mom goes to her grave swearing she knows who done it.